Nathan Orchard.
I'm Phill Schwartz, and this is 10th Planet Portland.
We are talking about reverse spiderweb today. It's a really awesome position of control with a whole bunch of submissions right off of it. It's been a huge part of my game. It's really changed my style altogether. I'm always looking for this because it's everywhere. So let me show you.
So we're calling this reverse spiderweb because my legs are essentially doing the same thing as when I'm in spiderweb. Leg curling and pinching. And I do have a deep hook right here. It's not the deep hook we're used to, but in spiderweb we have a deep hook. But now I'm grabbing his wrist and locking that Kimura grip in there. Okay? And I actually kind of want him to defend because I want him to feel safe for a minute. But I'm just really controlling his entire upper body. And then this grip, it really controls him altogether. He can't go anywhere if I get this nice and tight. Leg curling, pinching. It's a deep hook. Grabbing the wrist and grab my own wrist for that Kimura grip. Okay? This is where I feel safe.
Twister side control. He's fighting for this arm back. I'd let him have it and lock up that Kimura grip instantly. Okay, again, I let him have that, and I'm looking for that arm. You gotta find this grip and be fast at finding it. Turning my hips out, stepping over his head, step over his body, and now sit back. And here's where I have my Kimura grip. Leg curling, knee pinching. All right, I'm chilling right here in reverse spiderweb. Okay, from here is where I can move on and start deciding what submissions I want. So another major entry to reverse spiderweb is obviously spiderweb. Okay, here I am with my deep hook. I'm leg curling and I'm pinching and I have my deep hook. Okay, I'm scaring him here. Yeah. Eventually, people get really good at defending this arm crush, and it's just amazing how good guys are at defending this. Okay, so here's where I take my hand that's usually controlling his knee. Okay, and I grab his wrist, thumb up. Okay, this thumb up is going to make it so that when I twist my thumb down, his arm is torquing real hard right here. Okay, if I let go right here and he just slips his arm out, that's fine. Because here we are, right in reverse spiderweb. And I'll even sometimes let him build his base and start defending here, because this is really where the dead zone is. Okay, this exact position. Okay, in spiderweb, I almost want to bait him with eventually a shitty kind of spiderweb. If I have a real shallow hook and my hips aren't pinching, you know what I mean? Their defense is going to be to turn in. Okay, well, if you can work it just right, boom. But I like to work it from better, stronger position where everything is tight. Grabbing the wrist. If he's got that even deeper, I'll grab wrist, both hands on his wrist. And you would think that he could get away, but because I'm leg curling so tight, he can't pull that arm out and face me. And what starts to happen is they defend this Kimura, me turning the wrist, and they forget that they leave this arm in here. So if I can't quite get this arm out and lock up this Kimura, I'll switch right back to the armbar. They're so preoccupied with me fighting this Kimura that I say, oh, I'll just take this right back. Or you can definitely just finish them here if you get this in deep enough. If you get this in deep enough and they start to hip up and you let their arm slip out so they build their base, here we are, right back into our dead zone. Okay, so we have the submission from spiderweb, but things don't always work out as well as planned. Boom. Hitting that Kimura, you can totally finish them here. Or, if they're a real strong, tough wrestler, we'll end up right back in reverse spiderweb. And this is where I'm chilling. This is where I'm happy to be. Okay?
This other entry is from butterfly, okay? I'm playing my butterfly game. And I'll just get in tight, just like we would, and he's got a collar tie, which is just fine with me. I'm gonna take both my hands, put it on his arm, and then I kind of pinch with my head and shoulder and everything.
So I'm here, stepping, loading, kicking over. I could just hit the triangle, or he'll try and smash pass, so I open my hips up. Turn, I'm still holding onto that arm really tight. Okay, or what's gonna happen is I'll go for it, and he'll know that triangle's there, so he'll bury his head more, just like that. Here's where I just settle in, still have this grip, and I just turn it over.
right to the Kimura grip. And I want him to defend. I want to sit here. I want to secure the position before I start moving on.
Thank you for checking out our video on reverse spiderweb today.
We only had enough time to go over some of the entries. Check out our next video coming out soon with all of the cool submissions you can get from this position. If you want to check out 10th Planet Portland, you can find us on the web on Facebook or always come in person to the gym.